S.Y.D. Share Your Dreams is where I interview business owners and investors who are living in their dreams, doing what they love to do, day in and day out. Please join me to get an insight on their passion. Stay tuned. How's it going, Joe? Good morning.
Chris, how you going, mate? Thank you so much for having me.
No worries. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Absolutely.
This episode, Share Your Dreams. I interview business owners and property investors, and you tick both boxes.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
It's a pleasure to have you here. You obviously have your business, Ample Property, and you're an active property investor as well.
Yeah.
So let's kick it off. Can you tell us a bit more about your business? How did Ample Property start? And
Absolutely. How much time do we have? No. So in short, Ample Property Solutions is about guiding and educating everyday Australians to safely build a property portfolio over time, backed by industry-leading experts Australia-wide. Because as you are also in the industry, there's different markets and different opportunities for people to invest in.
No, excellent.
And that's pretty much what we do. How I got involved is a bit of a long story, and I do have a book that explains a little bit about that. But the short end of the story is that, I actually fell into property. I was looking into personal development. I was networking with different people. And when I started to, meet different people, that's how, are you a property investor? And I said, no. And, because I was actually against property.
Okay.
However, once I understood the numbers, once I understood how powerful property investing is, here we are 5 years later.
Oh, excellent. So what were you an investor before property? Like, were you investing in other things like shares or anything?
No, I was more so looking into different opportunities to create another line or another stream of income.
Yes.
I had a cafe at the time, and I was going to different events, things like Tony Robbins events or network marketing events and what have you. And from there, that's when I met people who actually explained what property investment's all about.
Okay, excellent. Oh, that's great. I obviously follow you on Instagram and Facebook. I'm a big fan of you. I'm a big follower. I like, the content and tips, free advice that you share out there.
Absolutely.
Now, I know you also do regular seminars as well. You do property seminars as well.
Yeah.
Can you explain a bit about that? And
Love to. So these events, there's no sales pitch. It's more or less the education, helping people understand what I got taught.
Yes.
And now 5 years down the track, 4 investment properties. We've helped just under 100 investors now start investing in property. We're just shy of 10 clients out of the 100 who are purchasing their second and third investment property. So these seminars are really all about just the education purpose, and then from there, understanding the service that we provide.
Yeah. No, that's excellent. Now we've obviously with what you do with business and personal as well. What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated?
Oh, that's a good question. At the same time, when I was starting to network with people and starting to go to these types of events, I was reading a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Have you read that book before?
Not yet, no.
Not yet, you have to read it. Yes. But it talks about defining your purpose and who you are and why you're actually here on earth. And that is what keeps me motivated, because I actually found my purpose in life. Yes. My definiteness of purpose is to positively impact and inspire and empower over 1 million people's lives around Australia and around the globe, showing them that anything is possible, and that's my philosophy and principle that I follow. So when I wake up in the morning, it's not about me, as much as you're my family and everything. That's of course 110%. However, it's when I think about the impact that I'm going to have on people, the contribution that I can give somebody, the knowledge that I can share with somebody that can take action and make a change and a shift in their life. That is what wakes me up and keeps me going.
That's excellent. So it's like your motivation wakes you. You wake up, you're full of energy, you know what you want to do, you know what you want, and you go out there and
100%. Look, for me, Chris, it's knowing that I can make a difference. Yes. And we're human, we're human at the end of the day. Yeah. So there are days that, do I have to, what have you. But the second I read my purpose, because I read that to myself every morning, it's like part of my ritual. Yeah. That's when I go, okay, cool, let's go. Shoes on, dress up, get out there and help people.
Help people. No, that's excellent. No, I'm the same as well. When I'm down, obviously with business or anything in life, if you hit a rough patch, or you're having a bad day, you just sit back, whether you meditate or you close your eyes, you just think what your purpose is in life. It helps you push through. And
100%. I actually put a video out there a couple of weeks back about the iceberg analogy, where a lot of people just see the tip of the iceberg.
I saw that.
Did you like that video?
Yes,
and we do go through those sleepless nights, those, you're almost on your knees at times. But because you're focusing on putting in the work, getting up each and every day to deliver for people and serve the communities out there, that's what, gets you up to that success pinnacle point.
Excellent. Now, obviously, you've got a lot of experience in business and property. Knowing what you know now, what would you advise your younger self if you had to, start from scratch?
If I had to start from scratch, would be dream big, faster, okay, and surround yourself with the right people. Don't take advice from your family and friends who aren't experts in a particular area that you want success in, whatever area in life that is. And that is what I would be telling my younger self right now.
No, I'm the same as well. Like when I look back and think, I explained this to you when I first got into property investing. I was young, I was a hustler. I was working, 3-4 jobs, saving up all of the money in the deposit to buy a property. I did buy well, obviously, when I look back. But it's good to know that if only, I reached out and seek advice or had a mentor, for example, who can guide me, and then you can 10 times your result.
100%. You hit the nail on the head. Absolutely.
No, that's it. That's excellent. So I can definitely, relate to that. So with your experience dealing with clients, because I know you deal with many different clients, different case scenarios and things like that, what is a common thing that you see that is holding them back from achieving their goals?
Good question. There is a variety of different answers for this particular question. For me, I think a lot of people that I come across is, can they afford to do it? Can I share a couple more? A couple more?
Of course.
So the rest would be things like, they've got limiting beliefs around, money. They've got limiting beliefs around investing. They've got limiting beliefs of trusting and having a mentor and or coach to guide them through a process. So they're probably the top sort of 3 or 4 that I've just mentioned that hold people back from taking action or looking into investing in themselves and or property.
Now, I think too, as a property manager, I always hear, with people looking to get into property, they think debt is bad. But obviously, as you know, there's good and bad debt. You've got bad debt that, doesn't pay you anything, no returns. Then you've got good debt where there's debt there, but, in the long run, it starts to pay you.
The asset class grows and appreciates in value, and you can claim against it. So there's a huge difference where bad debt, like you said, it costs you money. And you're 100% liable, and you can't claim anything against your tax liabilities.
No, that's excellent. Now, in regards to the Share Your Dreams episode, I'd like to ask you to share, a tip or advice to our viewers out there. If you can share with us maybe 2 sides, because you obviously tick 2 boxes. You're a business owner, and you're also a property investor as well. So on the business side, what advice or tips can you share with us?
In what aspect? I mean, there's so many different.
I think maybe with someone that's looking to start a business, for example. They've got a hobby, for example, and then they want to start that, for example.
Always follow your passion and turn passion into profit, but always seek the coaching and mentoring. If I didn't invest in coaching and mentoring, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. And that's probably my biggest tip is have a coach and or mentor that's done what you want.
Exactly,
But more importantly, don't just do a business for the sake of, here's a business. If it's a passion of yours, turn that passion into a profit.
No, that's excellent. I love hearing that, because at the end of the day, when you're passionate about it, you enjoy what you do, no matter what comes to you.
And you're not working.
You're
actually just fulfilling a lifestyle that you've dreamt of having.
That's it.
And I'm sure that's the lifestyle you're living as for myself too.
Excellent. It's no longer a 9 to 5 thing. It's 24/7, but you know, at the end of the day, you enjoy what you do, and
when you get
you make a living out of it.
testimonials, when you're hearing, you know, success results and what have you, it just fulfills. It gives you this satisfaction. I'm not too sure, but can you actually explain that feeling?
Yeah.
I can't. It's just fulfilling, to say the least.
Yeah, it's like a drug. good one.
It's a very good one. Very good one. Absolutely.
Yeah. And property investing. So let's say a property investor that's got, say, multiple properties already. They've got their one or two.
Okay, cool.
But they've hit a roadblock where, you know, they've maybe approached the bank and said, you know, you've maxed your limit, you've got to wait, and, you know, what advice would you?
That's a tough one. You know, you know, at the moment with what's happening with the Royal Commission and the banks tightening up and what have you, sometimes you are on a bit of a hold.
Yes.
Okay. However, there are things that you can change within your finances to help you, you know, then have the borrowing power to then go and invest again.
Yes.
But I always, and it's almost very similar to the business side of things, but find the experts in the field that, you know, not directly to the bank, who have these relationships with multiple different banks to see if there's a solution for you. Because 9 times out of 10, you will find a solution.
No, definitely.
Like Colonel Sanders, it's very similar in the sense, you know, he waited, well, he didn't wait. It took him up until he was in his late 60s or mid 60s to become who he was or who he is, known for today. But the amount of banks that knocked him back is the one thing that he did was persevered and continued asking the question. So if I think the tip would be, if you are, you know, an investor already, you've looking at your 3rd or 4th investment property, but you've gone to your bank and the bank has said no, don't stop asking there.
Yeah.
So seek other experts who have relationships with multiple banks, and hopefully they'll help you find a solution.
Oh, excellent. So you just can't take no for an answer.
Definitely do not take no for an answer.
And I have someone did tell me this, that the more no's you get, the closer you are to a yes.
110%. I follow that every single day. And I'll leave you with this tip, Chris, if I may. The biggest change for me is knowing that you have to give before you receive. So the biggest philosophy and principle that I follow is help enough people get what they want in life, and you'll get everything you want in return by default. So for anybody, your viewers, I just thought that would be an incredible tip to, before they do anything, just think of the other person first.
Yeah. No, excellent. Now, if you don't mind, I want to extend the last question in regards to property investing. I did give you a scenario with a property investor that has already an investment property, whether it be 1 or 2. But let's say like a first-time investor. Do you have any advice based on the current market? What would you advise someone that's looking to get into their first investment property?
Firstly, I think the biggest advice is buying an investment property is not the same as buying a home for yourself to live in. Number one. And what ties straight into that is, you know, you don't have to buy in your own neighborhood. So if you're a Sydney sider watching this, you're probably thinking, oh, I can't still get into the market even when things are a bit low and down. You still can't get into the market. It's quite ridiculous. The price point, entry level, is just ridiculous.
Yes.
There are opportunities out there for you that are going to fit your circumstances currently. So work out the numbers. Again, find the guidance, find the support, find the help. I cannot stress that enough. And I'm humble enough to say, if it's not our team, find another team of experts to help you.
Yes.
Work out the numbers, work out what you can afford to do, then make a decision on where you can afford to invest in. Then you make that purchase. Excellent.
That's an excellent tip.
Thank you
very much, Joe. Now to end the show here, just like to ask a question. Do you have a favorite song that keeps you motivated? And
I actually have a bit of a Spotify playlist where it's just upbeat music and, you know, things that are like boom, boom, you know, gets you motivated, gets you excited for the day. But I am a big Michael Jackson fan, so I'm just going to leave it out there. So I might sing along to myself and I'm ready for the day.
No, excellent. Okay, thanks guys.
Thanks, you very much. I appreciate it, Chris. Thanks for having me.